Assalamu alaikum student. This is Dr. Naveed Shahad, your course instructor. Today this is our 15th lecture. In this lecture we will talk about bacterial cultures. Student, as you have already studied about bacterial cultures in your undergrad program, but here our concern is to understand how we can get pure culture of bacteria and how we can prepare or make competent cells by using these bacteria, and how these bacteria can be used for the transmission purpose. These are all the related questions which help us to perform plant transformation experiment. So our focus will be on the answer of these questions. So let's start. What is culture media? So, culture media is an artificial culture media must provide similar environmental and nutritional conditions that exist in natural habitat of a bacterium. Culture media should contain water, a source of carbon and energy, source of nitrogen, trace elements, and some growth factors. The pH of culture media must be according the requirement of bacteria, because with reference to pH there are different types of bacteria. So pH may be acidic, basic, or neutral. Most of the times for bacterial growth neutral pH use, and today our focus will be on the pure culture of E. coli bacteria and how we can prepare competent cell from these pure culture of bacteria. In laboratory, bacteria are isolated and grown in pure culture in order to understand the functions of a particular species. A pure culture is a population of cells are growing in the absence of other species or types of bacteria. So here pure culture means only one type of bacteria are required. These bacteria then help us to use for the transformation. A pure culture may originate from a single cell or single organism, in which case the cells are genetic clones of one another. Pure cultures are obtained by using variety of special techniques. For these techniques, using material like all glassware, media, and instrument must be sterilized. Sterilized mean aseptic techniques are used for obtaining pure cultures. Basic requirement for obtaining a pure culture is the solid medium, a media container that can be maintained in an aseptic condition, and a method to separate individual cell. A single bacterium, if supplied with the right nutrients, will multiply on the solid medium in a limited area to form a colony. Colony is actually a mass of cells, all descendant from the original one. So colony is actually clone of cells, same type of cells. So if we get a pure colony, then it's mean this is a pure culture of the cell which can be multiplied further by using different culturing techniques. Next is the culture methods. What are the bacterial culturing methods which we can adopt? There are different bacterial culturing methods, but we will discuss only two methods which are related to get a pure culture or related to the plant transformation. First is the streak plate culture. Streak plate culture, how we can get streak plate culture, and for what purpose this can be used. Streak plate culture used for isolation of bacteria in pure culture from clinical specimens or any other type of specimen, where our concern is to get a single type of cells. Our concern is to get the clones. In this case, platinum wire is used, which is called loop. One loop full of specimen is transferred onto the surface of a well dried plate. Suppose if we prepared a agar plate with LB media, on that one agar plate we can spread, we can streak our specimen by using wire loop, spread over a small area at the periphery. The inoculum is then distributed very thinly over the plate by sticking it with a loop in a series of parallel lines in different segments of the plate. On incubation, separated colonies are obtained over the last series of the streaks. So look here how we can do this. Your requirement is a battery plate with LB solid media, a wire loop which is made of platinum, and third thing is the bacterial culture from where you want to streak this plate. Just dip a wire loop in the bacterial culture and make lines on the battery plate. These lines should make carefully. Your wire loop should not penetrate into the media. After marking these lines, make your wire loop red hot, then cool it Again, and rotate your patty plate with the angle of 90. Like number 1 is the first streaking, then you rotate at angle 90 for next new streaking, that is number 2. Then by slightly touching with the first marking lines, streak new lines or mark new lines, that are the line number 2s. Again red hot your while loop and mark new lines, that are the line number 3 or streak number 3 by touching streak number 2. Same, rotate with the angle 90 and do this 4th time. After this, incubate the patty plate on 37 degrees centigrade for overnight. Next day you will observe single colony on the streak number 4, maybe somehow on streak number 3, but most probably single colonies will be on streak number 4. These single colonies are actually pure form of that one bacteria. Any one of this colony can pick and use for further culturing. On right side, this is a real one patty plate on which you may look single colonies are appear. Next is the spread plate culture. In spread plate culture, prepare LB solid media in patty plate, just like streak plate method. Then inoculate bacterial culture on the solid media. Here inoculation is basically conditioned with the spread inoculum over surface of the solid media evenly with a spreader. Actually here we use glass spreader which have specific shape. By this glass spreader we can spread bacterial culture over the surface of solid media. Then when it become dry, keep it in incubator at 37 degrees centigrade for overnight. Next day colonies will be appear on the surface of medium. Here colonies will be separated from each other and we can use for further culturing. In this case you look here, spread plate method as well as pour plate method. Our concern is the spread plate method. Just look, first LB media prepared in the patty plate and then bacterial inoculum spread over the media by using glass spreader. Here when we use glass spreader, we need a turntable. Turntable will help to rotate the patty plate continuously and so that bacterial culture penetrate or absorb into the media, then incubate for overnight and observe lot of colonies on the next day. So student, next our question is, what are the competent cells, and then how we can get these competent cells. For preparation of competent cells, E. coli cells are more likely to incorporate foreign DNA if their cell walls are altered so that DNA can pass through more easily. Such cells are said to be competent. To prepare competent cell, our concern is to partially degrade or break down of the bacterial cell wall so that our foreign DNA can incorporate into the bacterial cell. The competent cells are made by a process where we use calcium chloride and other processes heat shock process or shock method. What is the principle of this method? How we can get a competent cell? By using this principle we can get competent cell. Bacterial cells are grown on logarithmic phase and harvested. Cells growing exponentially can be better to use for their competency than at other stage of the growth. After harvesting, the cells are treated with different methods in order to disrupt the hereby preparing the cells to accept plasmid DNA. This is a principle of getting a competent cell. So what is the procedure to get a competent cell? Listen carefully and you may write down its procedure. First step is inoculate the E. coli culture into the LB medium and incubate at 37 degrees centigrade for 24 hours with vigorous shaking at 180 rpm. So here LB medium is actually LB broth, not solid media. This is LB broth. Next point is allocate 0.5 ml of grown culture into 50 ml of LB in a 200 ml conical flask. Pre-warm the both to 37 degrees centigrade. Incubate at 37 degrees centigrade with shaking at 180 rpm. Then monitor the growth regularly till the OD600 reaches to 0.35 to 0.4. This step is not necessarily to observe its OD. Just incubate your bacterial culture at 37 degrees centigrade on shaking incubator. After overnight, lot of bacteria may grow in your culture, so we can use without checking or observing its OD. When suitable growth has been reached, chill the culture on the ice. Transfer the culture to an autoclaved centrifuge tube and collect cell pellets by centrifugation at 6000 rpm for 5 minutes at 4 degrees centigrade. Discard the supernatant. Next step is the resuspend the cell pellets in 20 ml of ice cold 50 millimolar calcium chloride CaCl2 solution. Incubate the resuspended cells on ice for 20 minutes. Collect the cell pellets by centrifugation at 6000 rpm for 5 minutes at 4 degrees centigrade. Resuspend the cells with 2.5 ml of ice cold 50 millimolar calcium chloride. Optionally, if required, to store competent cells for a longer period, resuspend the cells with 2.5 ml ice cold 50 millimolar calcium chloride containing 10% glycerol. So in this case 10% glycerol is additional material. This is actually using for storage, a long term storage. If we want to use same day, so no need to use this step. Just resuspend the cells with 2.5 ml of ice cold 50 millimolar calcium chloride. Use 100 microliter of prepared competent cells for transformation. Dispense the competent cells into aliquots of 100 microliter and store them at -80 degrees centigrade for further use. What are the precautionary measures for preparation of competent cell? Calcium chloride is a hazardous material for skin, eyes and respiratory system and may cause burns. Hence use gloves while using this procedure. Next precaution is avoid thawing of cells before use, because if we thaw our cells, then they are susceptible cells. These cells are without cell walls, so these cells will kill or degraded, will not be active. Keep cells on the ice not longer than 3 hours. Do not use cells again that have been on ice. If we thaw our competent cells, so we cannot again store for a longer period of time. We will have to use, otherwise discard them. You may stop, freeze the competent cells in the liquid nitrogen. Keep cells viable for a longer period, but it decreases transformation efficiency by at least a factor of the 10. So it's better prepare your competent cell fresh and use them freshly. No need to store for a longer period of time. All the time try to prepare fresh competent cells. how we can use these competent cells for transformation purposes. What is transformation? Transformation is the genetic alteration of a cell resulting from the direct uptake and incorporation of exogenous DNA from its surrounding through the cell membrane. There are two primary methods for transforming bacterial cells. First is heat shock method, other is electroporation method. Overall, there are different methods for plant transformation, but here we talk about with reference to bacterial transformation. So these two transformation methods are popular methods for bacterial. So we will talk about heat shock method. The plasmid cell mixture is briefly heated to 45 to 50 degrees centigrade, allowing the DNA to enter the cell through the disrupted membrane and then placed bacterial cell on the ice. Other method is electroporation. The plasmid cell mixture is exposed to an electrical current, opening pores in the membrane so that plasmid can enter the cells. What is the principle for bacterial transformation? Plasmid DNA is mixed with chilled cells and incubate on ice to allow plasmid to come into close contact with the cells. The plasmid cell mixture is treated either with heat shock or electroporation method, allowing DNA to enter the competent cells. This mixture is then placed back to the ice to retain the plasmid inside bacteria. These cells maintain integrity to keep the plasmid, and when medium is added, recover and divide. What is the procedure of bacterial transformation? First of all, take competent cells out of minus 80 degrees centigrade and keep them on ice. Then remove agar plates and incubate at 37 degrees centigrade before use, and then incubate at room temperature. Mix the competent cells with that of the DNA in a microcentrifuge or Falcon tube. Gently mix it 3 to 4 times and incubate it on ice. Heat shock the samples by putting the cells on water bath for 30 to 60 seconds. After that, put it again on the ice. Place the bacterial cell on LB broth at shaking incubator for 45 minutes. Transfer culture on the agar plates and incubate at 37 degrees centigrade. So this is the procedure for bacterial transformation. How we can calculate transformation efficiency of bacterial cells? First of all, we have to know what is transformation efficiency. The transformation efficiency is defined as number of the transformants generated per microgram of supercoiled plasmid DNA used in transformation reaction. This is the definition of transformation efficiency. Transformation efficiency can be calculated by using this formula: number of colonies on plate divided by amount of the DNA plated. Definitely DNA, amount of DNA will be in the nanogram, multiply by 1000 nanogram per microgram. This is a formula to calculate the efficiency of bacterial transformation. Student, this is all about bacterial cultures related to the plant transformation.